and I'm here to take over this session yet again. Today we are discussing an interesting question, really. Why is India not a developed country yet? So I'm looking forward to hearing all of your opinions here in the UK. Okay, fantastic. Let's start off with Kushbu.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
Hi, Kushbu. How are you?
Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
How are you? How was puja?
Yes, good. It was good puja. Or yesterday, my son's birthday occasion also. So I missed.
Oh, that's lovely. Oh, you must have had fun. Fantastic. Okay, so what do you think of today's question? Why isn't India a developed country yet?
Ma'am, I think India is developed country due to illiterate population. India is a lot population. So I think here is illiterate people who cannot study and think very well due to studies. And I think India stands behind when it comes to literacy, that here literacy rate is 74%. So I think literacy rate is and here parents income is also low, don't have lots of income. And and parents think about that we don't have income in the big amount, so how can I spend a lot money money on education.
Okay, so the major issues that you've mentioned so far have been income, which of course means that parents won't find a need to spend money on their children's education. So therefore there's a high percentage of illiterates.
Yes.
Because they don't have the proper education. Yes. And why do you have such a high population? Why is it so, what is the problem with the population? Why is it so high?
Ma'am, actually here corruption, in India corruption, there are many issues in our country like population, about corruption, about politics, politician issue. So we don't have people being like below poverty line here in India. So poor become poorer and rich become richer. So I think population is a big
okay, so there's a major
yes, major social difference about poorer or richer.
Okay. And how does it make you feel personally? I mean, this is your country. How does it make you feel that a question like, why is India still not a developed country yet? Why is it considered an underdeveloped country? How does, as a national, how does it make you feel?
Ma'am, it feels very low. Actually, we have also kids, and we think for income also, to how to raise and what to do for money, and how to spend on the family or maybe on the kids. It's a very big issue in India. Actually, here middle class family is in a big part.
I see. So the major the major class is the middle class.
Yes, middle class family.
Okay.
Is a middle class family.
Okay, so really the middle class family is coming through, because you told me it's either the very rich or the very poor, but the middle class family is really growing now.
Yes.
Okay, and what do you think? What's causing this economical shift for the middle class family to finally arise? Is there something going on politically? In politics? What has caused?
Please repeat the question, ma'am.
What has caused this, the middle class family to suddenly become so popular? Because before you told me it was just lower classes and very high, very rich upper classes.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
so we had two different types. And now you've mentioned to me that there is quite a big number now of middle class.
Yes.
Where did they come from? How did they come? How did they come about? What happened? Was there some political change that,
Yes, ma'am. Actually, this is
okay?
from government side. In India, government school is
Hmm.
a school in another part, and in the private school is another.
Hmm.
So we all thinking about government school is not good in India. Actually, don't have all the things and not proper education. So, but now it's better from
Okay.
past. But now growing, India is growing nowadays a lot. But it's thinking like a private school is more good, private hospitals are good, and government schools are not good. So we middle class are going to be failed now. Just where we go, not in the not in the lower or not in the upper. So we are
Mm,
just going in the like a private, going for private schools, private hospitals. But
I see.
India is developing slowly.
It's slowly developing. Okay. And has there been a change in government and what the government does over the years? Because you told me you have a very low income, which
Yes, ma'am.
results in.
Low income. Yes, actually, government job is different, private job is different, and due to corona, lots of people are just resign. Maybe job, no job in the corona time. All are due to pandemic. All are stay at home, and no income and no money
Mhm.
due to corona also.
Okay. And if I may ask, with regards to, for example, the income that you mentioned, why is it so low?
Ma'am, India is not very expensive country. It's cheaper due to foreign countries. Here, Indian
Okay.
rupees are very lower due to like your dollar or pound or euro, in difference between all the rupees also.
Okay. So the exchange rate
Yes, the exchange
is
rate
not
is
as
also
good.
lower here.
I see. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Khushbu, for sharing with us your thoughts. Thank you. I'll now move on to Veena.
Good evening, ma'am.
Hi, Veena. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Hope you had a lovely day yesterday. So, why do you think India is still an underdeveloped country? Has it not developed yet?
Like it's developing a lot. Like from last 10 years, it is developing, but not
Hmm.
as we expected it should develop. There are many things behind it. The one thing is that people are learning here and working for foreign countries. Like if you find the CEO of Google or Facebook, they are Indians, but they are not
Hmm.
working for our country. They are working for some other country or some other institution.
Okay, and why do you think this is? Why do you think they leave
Salary package, the
the
most
salary
the
package?
salary package, because in India
Okay.
we not get such a big huge amount of salary.
So emigration is mainly due to a lower wages and salaries.
Yes,
Okay. And why? Why are there so many lower? Why? Why
like
is it a
people,
governmental issue? Is it a political issue? Why?
it's just a mental issue, because we are since our childhood we are made servants, not the owners. Like our parents ask us to become a servant, like work for some companies. If you then you will earn. If we like since our childhood, if we are tell our child, okay, you can be an entrepreneur, you can become rich by opening your own business.
Hmm.
So the mindset we can change them.
So these lower wages are mainly due to a mindset that has obviously influenced your laws and your government to be okay with having the low wage.
Yeah, like India, we in India, like salary is there but not so much in comparison to foreign countries.
Okay. Um, okay, fantastic. And how does it make you how does it make you feel? I mean, to be asked a question like that about your own country, why Has India not
It,
developed yet?
there are many more reasons, like political reason are that politicians are fighting among themselves, not thinking about the country, not thinking about the people of the country. They're just fighting for the throne. They want to become the prime minister in spite of knowing that they are nothing. They don't know how to speak also, but they want to become the prime minister and run the
Okay.
country. And
Okay, so
it makes us feel ashamed. Sometimes some of the speakers speaks on the platform, a big platform, and it feels like they should not be allowed to speak a single word, but we can't do. They are high-fi people and they are allowed to speak anything.
and they put your country to shame because they themselves are not educated about what's really going on.
Yeah, like on the farmer bill, everyone is speaking shit on the big platform on the social media, and when you find the real thing, you'll find that there is nothing wrong in this bill. And now the bill is going to be passed and farmers are returning back to their home when they realize they are wrong. They were just provoked by the
Yeah.
people. So
Okay,
this is the
so we
political
call
reason.
that we call that when you're talking, talking, as you very well put it, rubbish. That it's not true. We say either talking rubbish as well, talking gibberish, which means it means absolutely nothing. There is nothing that they say that is right and correct. Okay, so it makes you feel, obviously, it makes you feel ashamed. And what you mentioned that during these last 10 years, however, you've seen some developments. There have been some developments. Why do you think these developments happened? What has caused these developments to happen?
One of the leader who leads a country, like Narendra Modi, he has made us proud.
Mhm.
Now in the earlier America, USA was not giving importance to our country, and we needed
Mhm.
that. Now all the foreign countries are looking forward, like India is developing so much and they are here to, like, they want to invest in India. They know we have potential. We are the one who can give them 200%. So they are coming and starting their own business here.
Okay, and you know, we've got we've also got the issue with that Khushbu mentioned with the population. What is the reason that there's such a high population if families can't afford to live?
Like, if you ask me, illiteracy is the main reason of population. Like, people think that children are the god gift.
Mhm.
They can have as many they want.
I see. Okay. So the belief is that children are gifts and that's it. There's no knowledge about population. I know it sounds bad, but population growth control, so to speak.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not suggesting anything bad here.
No,
I'm
no.
just saying in
Like,
terms of like,
some caste also, they think, okay, the population of my caste is very low, so I should produce 10 or 20 kid, so my population will grow up.
oh wow, okay. So even though they can't provide for 10
Then
or
also,
20 children,
they will have 10 or 20 children. Like, I have seen some of the family now also, some of my, like, one of my friend is having 7 kids, and
wow.
she is very much literate, and she's a graduate. And I asked her, why are you having so many kids? She says, it's God's gift, I can't stop it.
All right. Okay, but the problem is now that you have 7 children to take care of and no income.
No income. Her husband is just a bank employee, a clerk, who earns, I think so, 25 to 30,000 a month, and that's not enough for a 7 kids, for their
No,
education
absolutely
and
not.
food and everything.
Oh dear gosh. Okay. So we have an increase in population with a very low income, and then illiteracy, which is causing a further increase in population. So, uh, has anyone done anything? Has anyone in the government spotted any of this and wants to do something, or is it just them talking gibberish and carrying on becoming richer.
Like we want to that government should like make a bill. The person who
Hmm.
have more than two kids, their kids will not allowed to study in the school. They have,
Hmm.
they can't do job. If this type of bills comes now, then the people will understand the real thing. कि yeah, population should be controlled.
I see. Okay, Veena, thank you very, very much. Been very insightful and well done.
Thank
Okay, let's move on to Atul.
Uh, yes, good
Hi,
evening, ma'am.
Atul. Good evening.
Hi,
How are you?
doing all right.
Fantastic. Okay, so today we are discussing why India is still a developing country. Why is it not developed yet? What do you think about this?
So I think Veena ji explained pretty well that uh, we are one of the fastest growing country in the world currently. The
Mhm.
whole world is looking for India to save the world from COVID and in many other areas. So we have a lot to be proud of. But why India is poor compared to, let's say, America or a few other countries? Not many are ahead of India currently. India, China, USA, China, maybe Germany. There's just 3-4 countries ahead of India currently.
Mhm.
And why India is not number one currently is it's a long history that we have had. We have been occupied by uh, by many societies. We have been occupied by Arabs, Europeans, and many others. And because I mean, England ruled for many years. France also had some occupation. Portugal also had some occupation, and and more importantly, India also had occupation by a mafia. It's political, but a mafia called Mohandas Gandhi and Jawaharlal Nehru. So they operated like a mafia. They would not fight election. They will just control the party, the funding, and everything else. So because of that mafia rule for last 60 years, even after partial freedom from the British, India was still under the British rule. So even though uh, not white in color, but white in spirit. So
Yes.
white as in British in spirit. So Nehru was more Britisher than even Britishers. Gandhi was more Britisher than even the Britishers. So Gandhi and Nehru had an unusually high influence on India. So as soon as we get rid of all their past baggage, India will be uh, really free. Currently, it's not. Currently, we're still living under the Gandhi Nehru colonial rule. So they have left the world, but the books they wrote, the ideology like the virus they infected India with, is still very poisonous. But as Vinaji said, we've started to move towards freedom slowly and surely, and we can see within the last 6 years how far India has come. So in Corona, when the whole world is like I'm in the United States for many years, but in Corona, whole world is crying. But the only country which the world is looking up for is India. So be it Brazil, be it most of the developed world, so-called developed world, they are looking for Indian Prime Minister Modi to save us, save us. And so finally, that tide is turning around. And COVID-19 had one positive effect for the world,
Yeah.
besides many others, that people realize the value of family relationship and all the other things. People realize that life is very short. Anytime anybody can die. So people have started spending more time with family during the lockdown. So that's another positive aspect of Corona. But obviously, all the loss of life is completely very, very disturbing. And the country which actually was responsible for COVID, China. So the world also has started to realize how dangerous China, has been for the world. So there is a big sentiment in Japan, Europe, and South America, most of the world. Most of countries from the developed world, current so-called developed world, they have sort of started to unite together and looking up to India to lead the world into a post-COVID world. And fortunately, India has already started to take charge. And so within the next 3, 4, 5 years, what we are going to see, and I'm not a futurist, but just based on the trends, that many Japan had started moving many of these companies to India. South Korea, like for example, Samsung has already built big center in Noida and UP and many other centers. So most of the Korean countries, Japanese countries, Germany, and many other countries, they're looking for India as their next center for research and development, for manufacturing of goods and services and everything else. So India was just an exporter of a talent so far. So as one of the question I think Vinaji was asking and you also asked, that we had exported some of the best and brightest to the rest of the world. So, Sundar Pichai, Satya Nadella, and others, they did not. So that slight difference of opinion with Vinaji on that. They did not go there just for better salary. Everybody likes to have growth. So you, me, everyone in this room, even a child, we are in a small village in, let's say, in India, but if I get a chance to work in New York or London, I will go. Everybody will do that. If I'm making, let's say, struggling to feed my family, but if I'm getting a better job in Bihar, but if I'm getting a job in Bangalore or Mumbai or New York, where I will definitely go. So that trend has actually helped India quite a bit, that some of the smartest people from India, Sundar Pichai and Satya Nadella, after their higher education, many of them came to US for higher education actually. So US is still, currently US is the #1 country in the world in terms of financially, militarily, and also in terms of higher institutions. So Harvard, MIT, Stanford, and all the top universities in the world are mostly in United States. Some of them are in, let's say, UK too, like Oxford, Cambridge, some in Singapore. But some of the topmost universities in the world are in United States, and some of the topmost companies are in United States. That's why some of the best and brightest from India went outside. And now, thanks to that, Sundar Pichai of Google, so he has set up the largest office of Google is not in Silicon Valley, it's in Hyderabad now. Similarly, Microsoft has one of the largest number of people in Hyderabad, Bangalore. So, as we say, karma is very, the arc of karma is long, but it always catches up. So all the good work which India has done in the past is coming back. And by another 5-10 years, India will become the largest economy in the world, along with USA and China as well. China will also remain. So that's the future I see, and a very, very exciting future for the world. That's all I have.
Fantastic. Well done. Well done. Very strong argument there. Excellent. I'll move on to Yuvraj now. Hi, Yuvraj. Yuvraj, your sound there's something wrong with your connection.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello, Yuvraj.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so
Yes, ma'am.
why do you think India is still a developing country? It's not developed yet.
Ma'am, because it is due to some like and literacy, illiteracy, poverty, and lack of accountability.
Okay. And what
So
do you
yeah, ma'am,
think?
these are some points which may not.
And what do you think are the causes of this? What do you think are the
Yes,
causes
ma'am.
of illiteracy? All that you've mentioned. What do you think are the causes of it? Why do we have it?
Ma'am, I think due to our laziness, most of happens and
Yuvraj, I'm afraid your internet is cutting a lot today.
just due to our
I can hardly hear a word. See if you can connect again. For now, I'll move on to Anjali. Anjali,
Yes, good evening, ma'am.
good evening. So why do you think India is still not a developed country yet?
Ma'am, India is not developed country because there are so many people are illiterate and they don't have home and the good engineers, doctors, educated persons will move to other countries for money. And there is
Mhm.
also and there some people also think that not educate the girls.
Okay, and why do you think you have such a high population and a high illiteracy? Where is it coming from?
Sorry, ma'am, I didn't get you. Can you
Um,
repeat it
wh-
again?
where do you think it's coming from? The high rate of illiteracy and having a high population. Why?
Ma'am, I think it is coming from high caste people, ma'am, who are high level. They don't support the low caste people
Mhm.
to come first.
Okay,
So that's why.
so so you think it's more of a class divide. It's due to having such
Yes,
a
ma'am.
class divide. Okay, and how does it make you feel
Yes, ma'am.
about your own country? I mean, hearing a question like, why do you think India is not developed yet? How does that make you feel?
Ma'am, I think there's a lot of problem of money.
Uh-huh. And how does it make you feel about your own country?
Mm, don't know.
How does it make you feel? Does it make you feel any less proud of your country, ashamed, upset? Yuraj, I'm with Anjali right now, and your sound unfortunately is still the same. Anjali, how does it make you feel about your country?
Ma'am, I feel that um, we have to success our country by supporting it
Okay, so that it
by
just
caste.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it doesn't stop you from believing in your country and from trying to be successful. It gives you the fact that it's not developed yet. It kind of gives you hope for a better future and to work hard for it.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Very good, Anjali. Let me try and get to Yuraj. Yuraj, are you there?
Thank you.
Thank you, Anjali. Well done. Yuraj? Yuraj? I think Yuraj today is having some connection issues.
Yes.
Yes. So can you hear me? Hello?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
It's breaking up a lot, I'm afraid. I hope you'll get the issue sorted, and I'll get you to do yours earlier on tomorrow, hopefully. Thank you very much all, and I hope you have found this session helpful. Yuraj, I will get you to try yours tomorrow early on. Hopefully, your internet connection sorts itself out. I know sometimes there's a bit of trouble with internet. Don't worry, I completely understand. And I hope you all found this helpful. And thank you very much, guys. Thank
Thank
you
you,
for
ma'am.
participating. Thank you. Bye, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye.